Hello and welcome back to the Looking Stylish YouTube channel. In today's video I wanted to give you some ideas for creating casual outfits and perhaps something a little bit smarter than just a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. I rarely wear jeans and a t-shirt just because I don't feel like they are enough of an outfit. I know that some people can throw on a pair of boyfriend jeans and a Breton top and it looks fantastic on them. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people, and it does come down to your personal style. So if you're somebody who doesn't like a lot of fuss, you don't like a lot of jewellery or scarves or anything like that, then you need to think about your personal style when you're putting outfits together. So don't be forced into adding all of those things if it's not something that you feel comfortable with. I talk about this a lot in my style guide course about finding out what really makes you tick and what you really love about your wardrobe. And I will put a link to that below. There's still a 50% off offer on that at the moment. So you would get an awful lot of information from that about your personality and the kind of things that you love and how to put those into your wardrobe. But today I really just wanted to talk about how to make your outfits a little bit more interesting when you're doing a really casual day. And for me, a casual day, as I said, it probably wouldn't be a pair of blue jeans and say a white t-shirt. It would probably be more like a pair of coloured jeans. And this season I bought a pair of chocolate brown jeans. I've mentioned it before that I love chocolate brown as a neutral. So these are something which I knew would fit into my wardrobe really well, that I could wear quite simply or that I could dress up. And then I've also got here just a plain long sleeve chocolate brown t-shirt with a round scoop neck. So what I've done is I've put these two pieces together and then I've shown you how to dress them up and make them a little bit more interesting. And you can do that in all sorts of different ways. It could be another colour with them. I love chocolate brown with red, but you'll see later on I've shown it with mustard and I've also shown it with camel. That's two examples. And also about how you actually accessorize those. Now I've shown them with knitwear, I've shown them with a jacket, and I've also shown them with the animal print dress from last week. So I've used that as a long sort of coat style jacket. So it's just really to give you some ideas of how you can sort of think outside the box about things in your wardrobe that you've already got that you can then use to make other things a little bit more exciting. And I wanted to use these two pieces because one of them, the t-shirt, I've had for a long time. It's been in my wardrobe for years. This kind of basic long sleeve t-shirt is something that I tend to wear more in the winter. I will layer these under cardigans, under other sweaters and under jackets. So that's something which is an absolute basic essential in my wardrobe for the autumn winter season. And then the jeans, as I said, I'm not so keen on blue jeans. I don't wear them very often, but I do like to have a pair of coloured jeans. And this season I bought the chocolate brown ones. I also wanted some cord jeans, and you will have seen last week again that I did show you a bargain pair that I got in New Look, but they were too big for me and they did need to go back. Unfortunately, my size had sold out, so I have seen another pair in Bowden and I might go for those instead. So these are the kind of things that I would tend to wear every day when I'm sitting at my desk. So if I got up in the morning and put on this outfit of the top and the coloured jeans, then if I wanted to run out somewhere, I could add things to that just to make it a little bit more interesting, just to make my outfit look a little bit more polished. And so thinking about that, when you're putting together a capsule wardrobe, Think about your accessories. So what sort of shoes would I wear with this outfit? I'd probably put a pair of ankle boots with it. You could also put a pair of trainers with it, something like the Converse coloured trainers. Perhaps something like a gold would go really nice with it as well. And then thinking about scarves, if you like to wear scarves, how I can dress that up and add some more colour to it with a scarf, or perhaps a print to make it a little bit more interesting. And then what I would call a top-up piece. So where you've got your trousers and your t-shirt, then whatever goes over the top of that. For me, that's quite rarely a jacket, but you will see a jacket later on in the video that I did buy this season. And the reason it's rarely a jacket for me is because the stiff fabrics that a lot of jackets tend to be made in just don't work for me. I would love to be able to throw a blazer over this, but to be honest, I find it almost impossible to find a blazer that I would feel comfortable in. Other than perhaps something like a ponte fabric, which is like a sort of thick jersey. So it's got a lot of give to it. It's got some stretch to it. So something like that might work. But I also hate to feel sort of too buttoned up. So the jacket that you will see later on is more of a kind of soft waterfall style jacket. And that is probably one of the few jackets I would wear. So typically for me, what would go on top of this would be a knit. Either say a cardigan or a long line cardigan, stroke jacket, stroke coatigan, whatever you like to call it. So those are the kind of things that I would typically put over this instead. Or I might put something like a poncho over it so that you can still see the sleeves at the top. And I have one in red, I have one in a lovely berry colour. So that kind of thing I would tend to use quite a lot when I'm running out somewhere just from my desk. So think about the shoes, think about the topper piece that you're going to put with these, because then what you can start to do is build up a little bit of a collection. So here I've got a complete chocolate brown outfit, and I might change that up a little bit by, as I said, perhaps putting a red t-shirt with it and then putting a brown topper piece. So I'm kind of mixing those up, and then perhaps throwing in a scarf that's got a print in it that picks up the red and the brown. So that's how I start to think about how I can put these things together and make them a little bit more interesting. And of course, the other thing you might want to add to this kind of outfit is some jewellery. So depending on how you want your look to go that day, it could be a chunky necklace, it could be a layer of 3, say, fine chains. That's really popular at the moment. I tend not to go for those. I like something that's a little bit more definite on myself. So I would tend to go for more of a statement necklace with it. And then thinking about your handbags as well. So if you've put this look together as a kind of casual running around town look, where you might have a pair of Converse and you might have a little crossbody bag to go with it. So thinking about those accessories to put with your simple outfits. And so with this pair of jeans, I might bring in this pair of velvet boots and the scarf that I showed you from last week, which picks up on that rust colour, but also looks really nice with the chocolate brown. The other thing that I might do is throw in the must-have of the season, a bit of animal print to go with it. Or alternatively, I might keep it all as neutrals, and so put something like that with it, and then with the camel cardigan. So I will slot in some pictures for you. I hope this will give you some idea of how you can just make your outfits a little bit more interesting, get a little bit more wear out of them. Thanks very much for watching. If you liked the video, as always, please do give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, then I would love it if you did subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, then please leave them down in the comments box. Everything that is still available, I will have links down in the description box for you. So enjoy the pictures and I'll see you next week. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.